Hello, I am Seema and welcome to part 19 of the chapter Electrochemistry. In the previous video, we were discussing about electrolytic cells and electrolysis, and I started this subtopic. And I told you before I proceed with the topic further, I would like to solve a few numerical problems based on Faraday's laws and how to calculate the amount of electric current. So this is question 3.10. It is the solved example of your textbook, example 3.10, and the question reads, a solution of copper sulfate is electrolyzed for 10 minutes with a current of 1.5 amperes. What is the mass of the copper deposited at the cathode? The solution is of copper sulfate and it is electrolyzed for 10 minutes. We know when you want to calculate the quantity of electric current that is passed, Q is equal to IT. Q is the quantity of electricity in coulombs, is equal to I is the current in amperes, into T is the time in seconds. So the first thing that we have is T. T that is given to us is 10 minutes. And we need to convert it into seconds. So this 10 minutes would be equal to 10 into 60, which is equal to seconds. 10 minutes into 60 seconds would be, you'll get it in seconds, is 600 seconds, right? Now with a current of 1.5 amperes, so you need to calculate the quantity of electric current, how many coulombs of electric current has been passed. If we know the coulombs of electric current passed, then according to the stoichiometry of the reaction, we would know how much of copper would be deposited. Now Q is equal to I, and I is given to us as 1.5 amperes into, or capital A, amperes is written as capital A, into 600 seconds, which would be equal to 900 coulombs, right? Now 900 coulombs of electric current have been passed. A solution of copper sulfate is electrolyzed for 10 minutes. It means 900 coulombs with 1.5 ampere current. It means that 900 coulombs of electric current has been passed. So you have to find out what is the mass of copper deposited. So let us go to the chemical equation according to its stoichiometry, the molar equation. We know that in copper sulfate, the charge on the copper ion is 2 positive. It is a dipositive ion. So Cu2 positive gains 2 electrons and it gives us 1 mole of copper solid, right? Now, in order to get 1 mole of copper, you need how much of electric current? If you need 2 moles of electrons, charge equal to 2 moles of electrons, the charge of 1 mole of electrons is equal to 96487 coulombs, which is equal to 1 Faraday. So in order to deposit 1 mole of copper, you need 2 Faradays of current, which is equal to twice of this amount. And since we are talking of, we want to know the mass of copper deposited, what would be the mass of 1 mole of copper that would be deposited? For 1 mole of copper, the mass of copper is 63 grams. So we say for the deposition of 63 grams, for the deposition of, or 2 Faradays, which is equal to 2 into 96487 coulombs of current deposits copper equal to 63 grams, right? So 1 Faraday, 1 coulomb will deposit how much? Will deposit 63 upon 2 into 96487 coulombs, 63 grams per coulomb, alright? And how many coulombs have we calculated? How much has actually passed? 900. So 900 coulombs, therefore 900 coulombs will deposit. Now what am I using here? Unitary method. So we'll deposit 63 grams upon 2 into 96487 coulombs into 900 coulombs. The coulombs and coulombs get cancelled out and you get the mass of copper that is deposited. And when you calculate this will come out to be how much? This would be 0.2938 grams. 0.2938 grams of copper will be deposited when 900 coulombs of electric current is passed through the solution of copper sulfate. So give me a moment, now I'll solve an in-text question related to this topic. Now this is question 3.10, again the same number. But this is your in-text question. Let me read the question. If a current of 0.5 amperes flows through a metallic wire for 2 hours, then how many electrons would flow through the wire? Again, the situation is similar. We have to find out the number of coulombs of current that is produced. And then we'll apply it from there. We'll take it from there. The current is I is 0.5 amperes and T is 2 hours, but we need time in seconds. So we know the equation is Q is equal to I into T, and I is 0.5 amperes and T is 2 hours. So we need to convert T into seconds. So 2 hours would be 2 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds, right? So that will give you the time in seconds, which is equal to 7,200 seconds. This is 7,200 seconds is your time. Now you need to find out the quantity of electric current in coulombs. So Q would be equal to 0.5 into 7,200. 0.5 amperes into seconds, and the answer will be in coulombs. So when you do this, this is half of 7,200 would be how much? 3,600 coulombs. This is 3,600 coulombs is the amount of current formed. Now we know that 1 Faraday is equal to 96487 coulombs. So 96487 coulombs are required to deposit how many electrons, or sorry, are the charge for how many electrons? They are the charge for 1 mole of electrons. So what is the number of 1 mole of electrons? It is the Avogadro's number, which is 6.023 or 022 into 10 to the power 23 electrons. So we say 96487 coulombs of charge is the charge of these many electrons. So 1 coulomb would be the charge of how many? Again, I'm using unitary method. 1 coulomb would be the charge of 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 upon 96487 coulombs, right? And what would be the number of electrons when you pass for these many coulombs? 3600. And for 3600 coulombs, according to unitary method, you will multiply this by 3600 coulombs. So coulombs and coulombs will get cancelled, you'll get the number of electrons. And when you solve this, the number of electrons will turn out to be 2.25 into 2.25 into 10 to the power 22 electrons would pass through the wire, right? So what did we do here? The current of 0.5 amperes flowed through a metallic wire for 2 hours. We calculated the amount of current that was passed in coulombs. Then we know that the mass or the number of electrons that have this much of charge, 1 Faraday of charge, or which is equal to 96487 coulombs, is 1 mole, that is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 is the number of electrons. So if this is the charge of these many electrons, what will be the charge, what will be the number of electrons for 3600 coulombs? So for that you will use unitary method and find it out, right? So this was question 3.10. I'll now solve one more numerical before winding up this video. Give me a moment to write it down. We now come to question 3.12, the in-text question. The question reads you to consider the reaction. The reaction is given to you, dichromate ion plus 14 hydrogen ions and 6 electrons give you 2 chromium ions, Cr3 positive, and 7 water molecules. What is the quantity of electricity needed to reduce 1 mole of dichromate ion? According to this balanced chemical equation, we have 1 mole of dichromate ions, and these are being reduced, all of them are being reduced. So the dichromate ions are being converted into Cr3 positive ions, and for 1 mole of this, what you needed was 6, for one ion, you need 6 electrons. So for 1 mole, you will need how many? 6 into Avogadro's number of electrons. And what is the charge on 1 electron? So we had calculated that for 1 mole of electrons, the charge is 96487 coulombs. The charge on the charge for 1 mole electrons is equal to 96487 coulombs, right? And according to this equation, how many moles of electrons would you require for 1 mole of dichromate ion? You will need 6 moles. We need 6 mole electrons to reduce 1 mole of Cr2O7 to negative ions, right? So the charge required, what is the quantity? So quantity of electricity, therefore quantity of electricity required would be equal to 6 into 96487 coulombs, because this is the amount of charge for 1 mole of electrons and we need 6 moles of electrons. Therefore 6 into 96487 coulombs, which would be equal to 578922 578,922 coulombs of charge. So what is the quantity of electricity which is needed to reduce 1 mole of dichromate ion? You will need these many coulombs of charge, or if you talk in terms of Faradays, it would be 6 Faradays of electric current would be required to get or to reduce 1 mole of dichromate ions. So with that, I'll wind up this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, recommend it to your friends, and please keep returning for more videos on chemistry. Thank you for watching, and bye bye for now.